Welcome to another edition of a Get Grain Sports Podcast Uncut. And I'm your host, Jody Coleman, in the building. Joined by my man, Drell, So Long Sports Glenn, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. What's going on, boy?
What's popping, dog? Hey, Joe, you think a field goal kicker for $10 million?
Wow. You gonna start off like that?
What do you think?
Hell no, he ain't worth no. You know I ain't about to say no goddamn. Listen, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go off early on the show. I need to go off on this situation, but I'm gonna go ahead and go off because you asked me a question. That's me off. No.
You mean a guy that consistently get you? What if a guy consistently gets you 10 points? I mean, get you 3 points from 60 plus yards. That's pretty important. That's pretty impressive.
And then all it takes is him to miss one fucking field goal, and I hate him. That's all it takes. That's your only fucking job, and then I hate him. Now, some of the field goals, like if you're kicking 50 plus 60 yards, then of course I give you the benefit. I give you the benefit of the doubt. But if you missing 40-yard field goals and extra points, nah, man. Fuck we talked about, man.
I'm talking about that Cowboys kicker was $10 million a year.
We waiting on Donald in the building, man. We got a great show. And before you ask me a question, I'm gonna ask you. And this ain't got nothing to do with none of the topics because we talking basketball, college basketball today. We gonna talk about pretenders and contenders and pretenders. We'll talk about more of that. We're gonna talk about how the Spurs beat the crap out of the Pistons yesterday. And we're gonna talk some. At the end of the show, we talk NFL draft. But I got a question for you, and my nephew Donald is in the building, about to add him in here. Question is, if Shedeur Sanders was coming out this year, was coming out this year in the draft, would he not be the best quarterback in this particular draft class? So,
wow. It depends on what year he had at Colorado. Did he have a good season at Colorado? Did they go to a bowl game? Did they win a bowl game?
Same.
Well,
same year. He just had it this year.
I've been willing to bet you my rent money that if Shedeur Sanders can redo his time at the combine, he'd redo those interviews. He would probably be a little bit more professional. I think that's one of the things that hurt him. If he did that right, I think yes. I mean, he's got more talent than Mendoza. Mendoza's more of a shit. I don't know. I think he might go above Mendoza if he got everything else right. Yeah, I can say that. Yes.
Okay, we got Michael, the people champ in the building. We got Donald, the voice of the youth. And before we even get to the show, because the show is about NBA and college basketball, but I got a question because I just was thinking about something. Donald, if Shedeur Sanders had the same season he had last year, but he was coming out in this year's draft, will he be the number one pick overall?
No, he'd probably be the same person, so he'd probably still be a fifth rounder.
Damn, Donald.
I'm saying I don't think that he was a fifth rounder because of his performance and his ability. I'm just saying, now if you say he changed his attitude and things,
that's what I'm talking about, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If he changed that, then yeah, more likely to be the number one quarterback. He could have been the number one quarterback, him or Ward. I wouldn't have been mad at either one of them taking last year. But I'm saying he would have still been, if he's still Shedeur Sanders, he'd probably still be a fifth rounder. Not off ability, just the reason why we see he went to the fifth round this year. But his ability, I would say he probably better. Yeah, better than.
Okay, Coach Gordon said it depends on the numbers. Coach Gordon said it depends on the numbers. But I'm saying if he had the same season he had his senior year last year, Mike, I'm gonna ask you the same question. It's an NBA show, but we're gonna ask this question before we get into it. If Shedeur Sanders had the same season he had last year, but it was this season, all the crop is coming out, will he be the number one quarterback and the number one pick of the draft this season?
No. Because can you guys hear me?
You sound like an 8-track player.
Okay, well let me see if I can answer this question. I'll go out and I'll come back in.
Oh,
I see you heard that.
I know you were talking,
but I'm not sure
to me.
That he would be. I'm not sure that he would be any better off, not because of his talent, but because of the bullshit and the number of people that have actually succumbed to thinking that their bullshit was okay when it wasn't. He did not have the worst interviews of all time. The shit was way bigger than him, and the shit was going to be bigger than him, and they wanted to make an example out of that young man for whatever the reason it was, and they did it. And but there's been plenty. It didn't hurt Johnny Manziel. Everybody, that motherfucker was on every drug known to man, and it didn't hurt him. And I go on a number of people that it didn't hurt. And I don't want to hear because he's black, we got to hold him, blah, blah, blah. No, we should actually stand up and actually call the shit out when it is what it is. And it wasn't about talent. Like, this is absolutely ludicrous that everybody's all in on a guy that just threw for 3,000 yards, and those guys were throwing for 4,000, 4,500 yards.
Okay.
And now we're all in on a dude who basically had a running game and back shoulder fades as the crux to his thing. Now, if you were to tell me you were more impressed with his footage from California, then I would go with that. But I mean, he didn't put up the numbers that any number one draft quarterback has put up probably in the last 15 years as the passing game has evolved. So,
only thing I'm about to get to young Chris in the building. Only thing I'm gonna say against that is, and I said this before, the reason why he didn't throw for gaudy numbers because they was blowing so many teams out. We lost Mike. They were blowing so many teams out. Chris, it's gonna be an NBA show, but I got a question real quick. I was looking at the combine and I was looking at the players come out the draft, and I just thought about something. If Shedeur Sanders was coming out in this draft with the same numbers that he put up last year, would he be the number one quarterback and number one pick of the draft?
I would say possibly yes, but then I think everything went down for Shedeur doing the interviews. Now, according to the Giants, they say he did have a bad interview saying that that there was something about him they didn't like. And on one of the interviews that before the combine, and he was going up to the podium and he handed the bag to his friend and said, "Yeah, I got my jewelry in there." Coaches and teams look at stuff like that and might think he's arrogant. Me personally, I see nothing wrong with it, but that's just how some teams look at it. So if Shedeur doesn't do all that stuff and just goes out there and play football, yes, I do think he'll be the number one pick in this year's draft.
And I agree with you with the jewelry. It's people that wear jewelry on the fucking field. Justin Jefferson got the biggest fucking chains I've ever seen. I didn't even think you're supposed to wear jewelry, but Justin Jefferson said, somebody asked him, like, if you got your jewelry broke, he said, I got insurance on it. My man, Nobody said, congratulations. Eagles Philly said, good evening, good brothers. Keep doing your thing. Stay safe and stay blessed. That's our God. Eagles Philly in the building. We got Coach Gordon said no. I'm going to say yes. Now, so I'm agreeing with you. The interview process didn't go well, and I think his dad saying he was going to go to particular teams is what killed him. Yeah. But I think if Deion Sanders knew what he knows now, I don't think he would have did that. Yeah. Because he landed in Cleveland, and Cleveland was one of the destinations he didn't want him to go to, and he still landed in Cleveland. But I think if you're looking at the talent-wise, I'm not saying Ty Simpson or Mendoza can't spin that ball because I think they're going to be pretty good in the league. And, of course, Chamberlain, I think he has to come out. I think that Shedeur Sanders is more of a talent. And I think right now, I think that he gets the proper offseason. I think that we'll see that he has a lot of room to grow, but we can see that he knows how to win games if he can put some talent around him. So I would say, yeah, he would have probably been the top pick in my opinion. But like y'all said, I'm agreeing with everybody said on here. His interviews did him in, and his dad did him in. So that's probably why he didn't do it. But yeah, let's get to
going back to school. They allowed him to go back to school.
You say what?
Chambers
I'm sorry. He did get a chance to go back. Jay Kane is Stephanie, but he said, didn't Peyton and Eli Manning do that? They only said it with one team, and we know that the quote unquote the Mannings were royalty in the league. Even though Deion Sanders still rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. If we think about it, when Deion Sanders got drafted back in 1989, he was supposed to go interview with the New York Giants, ironically. And he said he said, I'm not about to run my 40 time. I ain't gonna be at the number 10 pick. So why am I interviewing with you when I'm not gonna be at the number 10 pick? He was the 5th pick of the draft, so he was right. So I don't know, man. I get it, man. Sometimes some people can do it, other people can't. But let's get into what we talking about today. Today we talking NBA action, and I'm gonna go around the horn, solo on sports you first. The San Antonio Spurs went on the road to destroy, in my opinion, to win by 11 points, 114-103 on the road with Jalen Duren back in the lineup for the Pistons, and they held Cade Cunningham in check. They win a game against the best team in the Eastern Conference. What do you think about what kind of statement did San Antonio make yesterday?
Oh, that they can win in multiple different ways. I mean, Detroit always going to be Detroit. That was going to be a physical basketball team. It seemed like that's the only way they know how to play. And they were very physical with Wemby. Wemby struggled on offense. His defense was there. But I think everyone's game plan is to push Wemby around because that's all they really got because he's so goddamn tall. He can't do nothing else but try to bully him because he light in the ass. So they push him around and throw his offense off a little bit. But he's got some good players with him. He's not the only good player on this team. They got a lot of good players on the Spurs roster. Nice victory for the Spurs on the road against a tough Detroit team. But both these teams don't have no real playoff experience. That's when we're going to really see what they're made of when we get to play. When we get to a series, that's when we'll see what the Spurs are made of. But I'm very impressed with what they did yesterday.
Okay. Donald, what do you think about that? I know I think we all picked the Spurs to win this game.
No, I didn't. I picked Detroit.
See, that's your problem. That's your fucking problem. I told y'all about my goddamn Spurs. But Donald, talk to me about this. This was a major road victory. I don't think this was an ordinary victory. It's a regular season, but it felt more like a playoff atmosphere in Detroit. What did you think about that game last night?
I figured they would beat them. Detroit, they do what I just don't feel like they can be good in the season. I just don't feel like they have one player that has the ball too long. I don't feel like that is a way to win in the NBA. That's why the Knicks keep getting there and Brunson falls off, or you got a player like just with one player handling the ball too much with no movement side to side. It's hard to win when you know one guy got to beat you. So
that's not fair, Donald, because SGA holds the ball a lot and they won.
No, really, they got other 20-point scorers. Jalen Williams, SGA gets off the ball. Jalen Williams gets busy. Chet gets busy. That's fair.
Okay, that's fair. Michael, the people said with his Batman shirt on, so we know he's talking Jaylen Brown. But talk to me about this one, Mike. The Spurs, I think you picked the Spurs as well to win this game. They go on a roll. That's a hostile environment going to play in Detroit. What did you think about that? What kind of statement did the Spurs make last night?
Well, I just think the Spurs are a better team, and that's just really what it amounts to. I mean, Detroit is good. Detroit is going to be a really good regular season team. We're going to see what they pan out to be in the playoffs because I think a 7-game series against Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Boston is going to be a hell of a challenge for them. Some guys that have never played at that level just yet. And so, and it's a process, you know. I mean, it wouldn't be nothing new in the NBA to go through the process. That's the real process, not the Philadelphia process, but the real, you know, the process, the evolution of a young team becoming great. And so this is going to be their journey. The Spurs have a transcendent player. Cade Cunningham is really, really good.
Yeah.
But as light-skinned as he is, he's not transcendent. And Wemby is something that, you know, well, we've seen Ralph Sampson before, but he's Ralph Sampson with Kevin Durant type shooting ability and willingness to play defense like some of the greats. So that's a tall order for them. And I'm not sure if they're ready, but I don't think it's an indictment on them. I just think we really got to see really how good San Antonio can be.
No doubt. What's up to our man Richard Novell? Hey, I know you're licking your wounds. You thought because you lost the Super Bowl. We ain't seen him since they lost the Super Bowl. I'm just fucking with you. But we got my man Richard Novell back in the building. Hey, Donald, Jay Kane said, watch your mouth about his Knicks. He said, watch your mouth. Hey, Coach Gordon said that that was a big win for the Spurs. And then Jay Kane said the Spurs are almost built like the Thunder. Young Chris, man. What did you see last night? I know you analyze this game because that's what you do. What did you see? How was it? Was it a bigger win for the Spurs or Detroit? That was just a one-off.
I think that was just a one-off for the Pistons. But I think whenever Cade Cunningham is going, last game it's the Spurs, he shot 5 for 26. So that was a really bad shooting night from him. Jalen Duren had a really good game. But outside of those two, if those two are not going, yes, the Pistons could obviously show the flaws because they don't really have no one else. They have Jenkins off the bench, but Sir Thompson going to do so much. Duncan Robinson can't handle the ball. So they do have some ball handling pause issues because they don't have anyone.
Balls.
Hey, hey, young Chris, are you juggling 2 balls right now?
Nah, man.
You better be juggling your own balls.
Because they don't have really anyone else who really handle the rock like that. So that is one hole that I kind of agree with Donna because anytime you have one guy with handling the ball 24/7, that's also another reason why the Mavericks kind of got almost swept in the finals because Luka was trying to do a lot and the Celtics were sending all the defensive attention towards him and Kyrie wasn't hitting nothing in that series. So I get the awesome flaws to having one do the hands the ball the whole entire time. But I do think this game is more of just what one-off game for the Pistons. And the Spurs, I mean, they did play good. They did. This is a statement game very much. It's a statement game. This is an impressive win, but I think more of it is kind of like just a one-off for the Pistons.
Okay. In my opinion, and I'm not going as a Spurs fan, even though I told y'all about my Spurs, I'm going to kick my feet up and gloat a little bit. But no, in this game right here, I was more impressed because of the perimeter defense that the Spurs have displayed with all those guys. Dylan Harper plays really good defense. Versailles is back. He had 7 3-pointers in his game, and now they got because that's what the Spurs struggle with outside shooting, and he brings that 3-point shot to stretch the floor to give more room for Wemby down low. I think this is a team that's built as if Coach Pop is still coaching his team. I think he picked Coach Johnson. I think that was a guy that he wanted, and it seemed like they're not missing a beat. A couple of years, we got a couple first-round draft picks. I know some people say we were tanking, but I'm not about to play this game with Soul on Sports.
Hello.
I am not playing this game with Soul on Sports, but it was a good win. I do think it's a one-off for the Pistons. I think the Pistons did get because Durham, that was his first game back off suspension. They still don't have Beef Stew yet, and he brings the physical toughness down low. He'll be back. But it's going to be interesting to see how they can maintain what they're doing down the stretch in the Eastern Conference as teams are getting healthier as the season goes on.
Tell you what, Joe, you know who's really good on that Spurs roster? Castle, man. Castle is a dog. Man, he's a dog. I'll tell you what, man, they really got the one when they drafted him. He's probably, I would say, he's their second best player easily.
Oh no,
I think it's still De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is still better.
But Castle was the one that was frustrating Cade Cunningham. That's why he shoved him.
Capital player. I honestly think that him and Harper play a lot of the same position. I think they kind of, I know it sounds early, but they might have to move one because one of them going to have to, they get paid back-to-back years. So I wouldn't be surprised if they moved on from Harper now and got because he still got a lot of promise. He was like a top pick, one of the top picks last year. And you get a bigger player, maybe somebody else in the front court, because him and Castle was a log jam at the same position.
But Spurs gonna get the first pick again this year too.
Another thing too, you should see y'all see Dylan Harper and Ron Harper Jr. talking to their dad about his dunks.
Yeah,
nah.
He said, I can do all. He said, "There's somebody getting in the dunk contest." He said, "Man, them dunks y'all was doing back then, Dylan Harper said I can do all them dunks. Like that wasn't doing nothing."
But let's keep it moving. We got some games tonight. We got the OKC Thunder at 44-14 versus the Toronto Raptors, a very surprising team at 34-23. They got a lot of dick up there in Toronto.
White penis. They got white penis.
Grady Dick has grown. The dick has grown in Toronto. Donald, talk to me about this game. The Thunder have not been the same team since the mid-season tournament, and I know they're without SGA. They've been without Williams in and out of the lineup. They've been sitting people. Can the Toronto Raptors actually win this game at home?
And I like the Raptors to win it. The Raptors are actually, with the players that Thunder have playing, with no Williams and no SGA, they actually got a favorable matchup against the Thunder, just as much as they switch and how they got multiple players who can pass, dribble, and shoot at Toronto and they're at home. So I like Toronto to win tonight.
Okay. Coach Gordon said the Cavs versus Knicks. We'll be talking about that one in a minute. Richard Novell said, I've been coaching my son's team. Yeah, the Seahawks had us looking like we were Diddy at a Diddy party. Take that, take that, take that. Something wrong with you, man. Hey, but y'all made it, and y'all a year above schedule. Michael, the people said, man, the Thunder, man, I think they're without SGA again tonight. Am I correct with that one? And they're going on a roll against a Toronto team where Scotty Barnes is really – we need to start paying attention to this kid. Can Toronto win at home?
Sure. The Thunder are compromised right now. They're like a federal informant. They don't have their best players out there right now, and you just can't go around the league after the All-Star game thinking you're going to win with less than your best, because now everybody's starting to play for position, and so now we start getting the best basketball that teams have to offer. And so, at the beginning of the year, it was, this team is going to be the going back to back, the generational. They've got all the young talent, and they may not even come out the West. And if they can't get healthy, they're not coming out the West.
Okay. Who you got tonight?
I'm going with Toronto.
Okay. Young Chris, what do you think, man? Toronto, they got so much talent. We talking about them, but they only got 14 losses. We talking like they out the playoffs or something. But
I know, right?
About this right here.
The Thunder, man, they just had a very impressive win against the Cavs not too long ago. Obviously, SGA or J-Dub weren't playing that game, and the Cavs won a 9-game winning streak before that, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know ever since they got Harden, they haven't lost a game until that night. So the Thunder, with the intensity they have to bring on the defensive end, it's just always the offense, man. Because the Thunder play so well with SJ's on the court, but even if J-Dub is running the offense, it's kind of fluky and clunky at times. And they don't really have no one else to really handle the ball. Case and Wallace, Caruso, Isaiah Joe, none of them are capable playmakers. So, but I do think that the Raptors, they're playing very well this year. Scotty Barnes has propelled himself. I do think that Scotty Barnes should be in the Defensive Player of the Year race. I think he's probably not going to win. It's probably going to be winning. But I do think he should be in that race and not 100% defensive, all defensive first team. But tonight, I'm going to go with the Thunder in Canada for sure.
On the road, okay. SGA missing his home game. If he was playing, that was his home game. He's from Canada. So on sports, is the dick going to be enough for the storm of the OKC Thunder?
How cold is it in Canada? Because that has a lot to do with what's going on downstairs. That shrinkage is real. That turtle going in the shell, it's hard to get that turtle back out of the shell sometimes, especially when it's cold. They get a little shy.
Yo. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm gonna say y'all something funny. I saw this video today on Facebook. And this dude was trying to send this. One of my sons here, he don't care. His dude was trying to send this girl a dick pic, right? So he was standing up. He was standing up like this, taking the picture down. He sent it to her, right? And she opened the phone and looked at it. And his stomach was so fucking big. All it was just a picture of his stomach. It didn't show no dick.
It hit the gym, my boy.
It was just all stomach.
Who you got tonight, so?
Anyway, like I was saying, we're talking about basketball, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dick.
The Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm concerned with them, man. It look like they're feeling themselves too much. They won themselves one championship, and now they sit on the sidelines with meat coats on. We just regular season shit. It don't really matter. They act like they back-to-back or 1-3 in a row. They need to take this shit more serious. I don't really think they are. I think they're still living off last year's championship. They started well this season, but once they start losing, they're like, now it's just a regular season. It don't matter no more. Oh, yeah, it does really matter. Because the Spurs know they can beat you now. They're going to roll up in Oklahoma City and whoop your ass in Game 7 because they're not scared of you anymore. That's not there for them. And they need to get back healthy. If they really even hurt, they just resting players. I don't know what the fuck the Thunder are doing. All that being said, White Dick and Toronto wins tonight.
No doubt. I'm actually going to go with Toronto in this matchup because I think along with Scotty Barnes, we're sleeping. I'm not saying nobody's sleeping on him, but Brandon Ingram is playing tremendous basketball. We forget about the Booty Bandit and RJ Barrett. He's the guy that he likes to dine and dash. If y'all don't know the story, please look up R.J. Barrett and the $17,000 that he was supposed to pay somebody, and I'm gonna leave it.
That's
like
an
that.
odd number too.
Yeah, 17,000. That's a lot. That's
Makes you think that shit's real. It wasn't
that's
like
gotta be
20
real.
grand or
they didn't even round
15.
it up or down, but
17. Is that with the tip included?
yo, with the tip. But yo, I like Toronto. I think at some point in time, like Mike always says, you cannot get away with not playing your best players against teams that actually are trying to play and not tank.
Yeah.
And Toronto's not trying to tank. Toronto really believe that they can get into the second or even the third. They feel like they can catch Boston. They feel like they can catch Cleveland. They feel like this is their time too, because a lot of teams, they got just as many championships as some other teams. They got one championship, just like Oklahoma City got one championship. So I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know years ago, but they do.
And you know what's crazy? If they never win again, they still got more than Barkley.
Yo, come on.
Hey,
Dom.
why you taking shots
What
at
the
Chuck,
fuck
man?
is, what's up, Dom?
Why you taking shots at Chuck, man?
Because he takes shots all the time on. He got to get something back.
Yo,
But I'm gonna tell you
Dom.
this: when you have a superpower, you shouldn't go away from it. Like in the bedroom, we all have our certain superpower, and it's your go-to move, and that's what makes you who you are. And every time you try that other bullshit, you do that bullshit, right? And so the Thunder, they superpower last year. Jody, you heard me talk about this all last year, that they best ability was their availability. And they played so much together, so much more than all the other teams. And now this year, and I'm not saying it's been load management per se, I'm just saying that their superpower has been fractured because they don't have all their pieces. And that was one of the mainstays about them last year.
Yeah.
Is that they played all the games and they were trying to win, and there was no doubt.
But the thing about OKC is when they're not playing their players, they got so much depth on the bench, they able to actually get some real playing minutes for the guys on the bench to make them that much better. So that's trade bait, because you know they got draft picks going out to 2029, I believe. They still got other people's draft picks, so it ain't like they're gonna get worse. And then they still gonna be able to deal some of these players that they're like Casey Wallace and Isaiah Joe, guys like that that's on the bench that could probably start for other teams, Wiggins and guys like that.
But again, last year they had them same guys, but they played all the time. They developed chemistry with their starters, their role players. They were rolling, and there was no stopping them. Do you think they're going to repeat like this?
I don't know. We'll talk about that in a minute. Well, I'm going to go back to you, Mike. It's your turn. We got the New York Knicks at 37-21 versus the Cleveland Cavaliers at 36-22. They got the beard. They got James Harden. They look like they rejuvenated the Cavs. What do you see this? This is in Cleveland. Who you see winning this game?
I'm going to put the ball in the Knicks' court to win this basketball game, because if they can't beat Cleveland in the regular season, if they let Cleveland sniff that they got them, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to beat them in the playoffs. And this Harden move is really good, because now all the other players just have to play. Harden is a willing passer and a shot maker still to this day. And so I really, really like this trade. I really, really think it makes Cleveland the most interesting team in the East right now.
Okay. Young Chris, who you got in this game between the Knicks and the Cavs tonight?
Give me the Cavs, man. I mean, I do think that Thunder game was just it just wasn't no night, and I do think that the Knicks, with obviously with the Cavs adding Harden, Jared Allen's numbers have gone crazy up ever since. I think he's averaging 25 ever since Harden's been on the team. And I'm not taking anything from Darius Garland, because he's also one of the better playmakers in the league. It's just the way Harden is screen and roll, man. And when you're going against a center like Karl Anthony Towns, who's at times can make always the wrong decision when it comes to picking up the ball handler or the dude who's doing the slip. But then having him on the team, that could generate a lot of points off that. And I think the Cavs are going to abuse Cat on defensive line, and I think that's going to lead them to win tonight.
You know what's funny is you say that Darius Garland is a playmaker, but Darius Garland got as many street clothes as Anthony Davis this year. So I don't know about that, because he's still on the IR for the Clippers. But I digress.
Yes, as a play for him, yeah.
That's crazy work. Solon, what do you like about this game tonight? The Knicks go on the road against Cleveland. I think they split the series so far. I'm not sure about that. I think they both got to win in this series.
Well, they both really must have the same record if you're looking right here. I'm going to go to the Knicks. I think they get a big win tonight on the road against the Cavs. I like the Cavs' new roster, adding James Harden. He's a great dynamic playmaker, can shoot the three. We all know he can draw fouls like no others. But I like the Knicks roster. I really like Jalen Brunson. And I know, Jolie, I know you were tough on the Knicks because you didn't like the way they didn't make any moves right before the trade deadline. But I like this roster. I think they did make moves because they like the team they have. And I like what they're doing. I think the Knicks get a win tonight.
Okay. Donald, what do you think? You just talked about a ball-dominant guard like Jalen Brunson. Can he beat another ball-dominant guy in James Harden in Cleveland?
Nah, not to me. And I know I picked the Sixers, but after this James Harden move, I'm kind of edging towards the Cavs coming out the East now because I know James Harden's going to get to the playoffs. He's not going to be the same. But with a player like Donovan Mitchell who loves gunning, it takes a lot away from James Harden. All you have to do is you score. I'll get everybody else involved and just pass. The bigs are finished, and they're way better. And I think the most impressive thing about the Cavs is they got two bigs who are willing to switch and slide their feet. And in the playoffs, you have to have guys who can move and switch. And I think that takes away Karl-Anthony Towns' whole advantage because those guys are willing to come outside with him. But at the same time, you can keep one to protect the rim. So it kind of takes the Knicks' advantage away from them. So I'm going to go with the Cavs tonight, and I think they'll be in the playoff series.
Okay, Eagles Philly said, I hope the Cavs win tonight. He don't like nothing about New York. I think he stated that several times. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers at home. The Knicks, I'm very hard on the Knicks because of the moves they didn't make. And the reason why I thought they should have made moves is not about the players that they have on the team, but it's about Mike Brown. Mike Brown is he gets you to the dance, but he always get left. He don't never get no ass after the dance because he gets you there, but he never takes the girl home and finishes the job. And that's what he's doing in New York. I think that in hindsight, they keep Thibodeau. I think if they kept him, I think they'll be in a better situation. Their players might be tired as fuck, but at least they'll be in a different situation. Normally, your team takes on the persona of your head coach, and I think Mike Brown is a good regular season coach. He's been coach of the year, won a lot of games in this league, but what is his postseason? And this is a postseason type of atmosphere that they're about to go into in Cleveland. I think Cleveland wins it. Donovan Mitchell. I'm still waiting on Evan Mobley to get back. And once he gets back in the fold and they get everybody rocking and rolling in Cleveland, they'll be good to go. And I like Cleveland. Nothing against the Knicks, but I don't know, man. It's just something about the Knicks. I'm kind of starting to agree with Donald when he said the Knicks are kind of like the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. But
the Knicks have never, for years, the Knicks have never been picked to win the championship. It's not like the Cowboys have been favored to win this shit all the time. Make this shit bad all the time. The Knicks, the fan base, of course, thinks they're going to win it every year, but everyone else never really thinks the Knicks are that good.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to forget the fan base. They make it to the conference finals. They get to throwing trash at people.
But hold on, Donald. When you got 17 million motherfuckers in your state of New York, you don't need nobody else. Like they
got their own network. That's pretty impressive.
In one state. So, and everybody from New York like the Knicks. I don't know nobody from New York that don't like the Knicks or the Yankees or the fucking Jets or Giants or the fucking Rangers. It's like New York motherfuckers like New York shit.
But let's get to it really on the real deal. Like we all know that New York is a hard hat town. Motherfuckers wear Timbs and shit in the summer. And then you got Mike Brown. Come on, man. I mean, it's like putting Carlton from Fresh Prince in charge of Dipset.
That's what
it ain't gonna work. And that's just really what it is. Thibodeau was the right guy at the right time with the right moxie. And this just ain't it. And it's not a knock on Mike Brown at all. Because they offer you the job, you're gonna take it, you're gonna try to make it work. But just looking at it, it don't look good. And then they don't have, like, if you're going to beat Cleveland, they got two dudes that's over 7 foot, bro. And New York just doesn't have, like, outside of Cat, who do they have to guard the paint?
That's what I'm saying. They got Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, that's about it.
But Mitchell, but hold on, young Chris. Mitchell Robinson shoot 31% from
free throw. It's free throw line.
31?
I think it's lower than what Andre
than 31?
was. I think it is. It is.
Wow. Well, hey, young Chris, it's on you right here. The Celtics playing a beat up Sun, and I'm not giving. Let me not say that, because if I say that the Suns are beat up, then I'm giving them an excuse. They don't have Dylan Brooks, but the Boston Celtics are 37-19. They got to go out west. What do you think happens in this game?
This game it's a really good matchup. This is a really good matchup in my personal opinion, because the Celtics, Jaylen Brown is playing like an MVP right now, and LeBron James is right for giving him his flowers. I think he's top 10 in the ladder, if I'm not mistaken. So with him being MVP on the team and obviously not having Tatum, some of the other role players stepped up and playing even better. Vucevic, who they traded for in the trade deadline, he's playing really good in that system. Payne Pritchard, he's playing really good in that system also. And other guys like Jordan Washington and Hugo Gonzalez, young guys who are thriving in the system under the coach. But the Suns, I think the Suns having Devin Booker and Jalen Green, those two go-to guys, especially during certain parts of the game, I think that would be too much for the Celtics. And Mark Williams, I think he's going to dominate tonight, at least on the boards and in the paint in general. So I will take the Suns tonight over the Celtics.
So, okay, all home games. Home teams are so far. So, what do you like about this game? The Celtics, man, I think they're on their West Coast thing right now, playing really good basketball. I think they just beat the Golden State Warriors a couple nights ago, and they go to Phoenix, man. What do you like in this game?
What I like about the Celtics, people not talking about this guy because he's kind of corny. Their head coach is doing his thing. I mean, for the loser, the elite player like Jason Tatum, whether might think he's a great player or not, and to be where they're at right now, I'm very impressed with Joe Mazzulla has done. Yeah. Before the season started, we all thought the Celtics were going to be like, oh, they don't have Jason Tatum. They're probably going to basically tank the season and not win a lot of games. Everyone thought that. Mike, don't go there.
I did not succumb to that thought.
Batman, let me finish. Everyone thought that the Celtics were going to tank and not have a good season because they didn't have Jason Tatum. So, not that Jaylen Brown's not playing great. Let's give his head coach some credit for what he's done and got this team one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. I'm very impressed, and I got the Celtics winning tonight.
Hold on, so before I get, because I'm waiting on Donald to get back. Can Joe Mazzulla go to a proper barber? I don't know what's going on.
His lineups are he got the Tim Duncan lineups.
Dude,
there's lineups.
He getting his hairline done with a butter knife or something like that. Dude, you got money now, bro. You got money, my boy. Go get it. Go get it. Ray, tighten that boy up, man. That boy,
please.
That hairline is really, really he lacking. What the young people say, he lacking with his hairline. Donald, who you like this game right here? The Celtics going out west to play the Phoenix Suns.
I like Boston. I know Jaylen Brown ain't not playing, but I still like Boston anyway. The Suns are depleted. They don't really have any guys out there. But I would say I'll take Boston anyway.
You said Jaylen Brown ain't playing?
Nah.
He out?
No, he's just chilling out.
Batman out? What? I thought Batman didn't take days off. Okay.
Oh shit. Here we go. Let's go. Here we
Mike,
go.
What do you think the Celtics tonight against the Suns without Jaylen Brown?
He is out.
The Suns will win. I mean, it'll be just that simple. I mean, look, crime was down for Commissioner Gordon as long as Batman was around. And the very moment that Batman's not available, then the shit gets out of hand, the Joker gets to running wild, Scarecrow comes out of the woodwork, everything just starts going crazy. But this is a regular season game in February. Boston is moving pretty good in this new form of basketball that Donald and young Chris seem to love. This is customary where your best player ain't gonna play on a road trip, and because they want to make sure that he's pampered and taken care of, and even Batman in the modern day, he's no Adam West, but he's still Batman. So I know y'all don't know who Adam West is, but
no booger sugar. You need to really help heal your body.
So with that being the case, Boston will go down, but long live the MVP.
You know,
Batman's the worst superhero ever.
Don't say
Oh,
that. No. Don't do
this
that.
is
Come on now.
hilarious because I like Marvel more than I like DC, but this is funny. We talk about Batman, right? That's who Jaylen Brown is. But when the Justice League need to win something, they call Superman.
That's not Jason Tatum. That's not
Jason Tatum is
That's not
Superman.
Jason. That's not Jason
Jason
Tatum.
Tatum is
That's
Superman.
not Jason Tatum. No.
He's Superman for the damn.
Hey, let me tell you
for
something.
Boston.
Hey, he is. See, here we go with the
He still
disrespect.
averaged more points a game.
There's only
got more
one
All-NBA first team.
MVP. There is no honorary nothing. He's got a GED of success. Jaylen Brown has the doctorate degree. You will listen to the instructor. You will follow him. We're not going to have the TA teaching the class while the doctor is out. No, that's not how it's going to work.
May I ask you a question? Is it because the hardware makes you better? Is that correct?
You have earned credit. I can't help the way that the world operates, my friend. You get paid at the end of the week for the work that you've done. You get paid at a level for what you produce. And the man produced and was awarded these things. And they do make a difference when you're comparing resumes.
So can you answer the question that I asked you?
I did.
No. The answer to the question is yes or no.
No, that's your answer. My answer is more comprehensive than that.
You know
this
what?
Is not a true
Jody, can you imagine if Jaylen Brown somehow wins the MVP? Oh my God, Mike's gonna be unbearable.
But the thing
it won't be
Jody, Tatum took a back seat. Tatum took a back seat to Jaylen Brown in that 2024 finals.
Whoa. Young Chris, and I'm very disappointed. Who led the team in rebounds, assists, and scoring in that tournament? How did he take a back seat when you lead in all categories?
Besides points?
No, he did points, assists, and rebounds. He led them the whole playoffs.
So can I ask this question?
I'm talking about in the finals specifically.
He led them in points because he had two 30-point games.
He led them points?
He led them in points. He had two 30-point games. Jaylen Brown had no 30-point games in the finals.
So can I ask this question for Jody? I just want to know. Being that this man did not earn any of the postseason hardware for the championship run, what is it? How is it that you see something so totally different than the masses of people that voted for him? For everything that happened, there was a reason and a formula that multiple people did this, and you have a different outlook.
There's only like 10 people that vote for the MVP.
Hey, Mike, I have a great question for you. So let's say you do one of those finals ones in the Eastern Conference.
Not going to answer it.
The Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Let's say that Scottie Pippen got both of the Eastern Conference and the Finals MVP. Does that mean that Pippen was the more impactful player automatically over Jordan just because he got the whole man?
Well, I can help you with this. I can't imagine something that never happened. So continue.
Okay, but hold on. I'm gonna answer this question according to what you just said. You said, how do I see something different? If I see somebody that lead the team in points, scoring, and assists, and a person that didn't average half the assists and didn't average as many points and not as many rebounds, to me, it got to be a vote. That's why I don't like the voting. And remember, I said AI should have to vote, because if AI voted, a lot of these guys wouldn't be MVPs, because some of it is they got, like my man Solo Sports say, people get voter fatigue. And I don't know what it is about Jason Tatum, but people don't fuck with Jason Tatum.
Because I'm wondering how voter fatigue happened for someone that's won nothing.
Jason Tatum
never not voted.
You missed my point.
Over voting for him because he's never.
People just don't like Jason Tatum. They don't.
Let's get to this. Since the hardware and what he's accomplished makes him better, right? Would we be in agreement that Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard are light years ahead of Charles Barkley?
Obviously.
I think both of them are better than.
I know that was just a question for Mike.
I don't know about light years, Donald. I don't know about light years, but yeah, they're better.
I mean,
now, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's never been a question. First off, Barkley was an undersized power forward, and Kawhi and Durant are legitimate 2 and 3s, and you're asking about Barkley in the same breath as them, but No one would ever try to tell you that Barkley is better than either one of those guys.
That's cool. That's cool. I was making sure because I really be hearing Barkley in some conversations with some guys. I feel like he should never be mentioned with. So
Barkley is one of the best players that ever played in the NBA.
Is Barkley top 25? Is Barkley top 25?
Chuck was nasty, dog.
Is Barkley top 25? That's a good question.
Tell him, Jody, how nasty Chuck was, bro.
The rebound was nice. The rebound was nice.
No, Chuck ain't. I'll put Chuck in my top 20 for sure.
I'm telling you, Chuck was nasty, dog. I'm telling you, y'all don't understand. I'm telling you.
Woody.
Yeah. Y'all not
gonna. I think about top 30.
He better than
maybe top. I'm thinking top 40, 50.
He better than Kevin Garnett.
Hell no.
Yep. Yes, he is.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He better than Dirk.
What does he do?
No, he's
Y'all
not.
don't like this, but he better than Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh no! We ain't gonna
Yes, he is.
We ain't gonna do that. No.
Yes,
no.
the fuck he is.
I'm not going to go down either one of those paths.
Yes, he is.
Guys.
Tim Duncan and Giannis are the only two who better than Dirk.
So therefore, we need to be in agreement that championships don't matter because they got to hold some type of weight somewhere.
They don't matter. They don't.
I told you got to put all in the pot like gumbo, and you can't just say, okay, they got 10 or they just got stats. You put everything together. And the thing about it is, if y'all never really watched Charles Barkley, the reason why Charles Barkley really ain't got no championship is that guy named Michael Jordan.
No, he didn't. No. Charles Barkley played 17 years. He lost to Mike twice in the playoffs.
That ain't what I'm saying.
But now the other 15 years, he was just losing to anybody. And the
Bruh.
30 years, and it's
Donald,
1992.
you can't win the championship by yourself, bro.
Right? Did you see the Philadelphia 76ers roster?
Nigga, you can't win a championship by yourself.
Now the best team wins.
No, it ain't the best team. You can't go out there. Hold on,
team wins.
Donald, you can't go out there and your second best player is Ron Anderson. You can't. You're not winning when your second best player don't look on Ron Anderson.
LeBron got to the finals with
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Jordan Clarkson is second best player. LeBron did
in '92. Somebody tried to tell me that Barkley was the second best player in the world in '92.
He probably was.
They didn't make the playoffs in '92. So what did he do? He ran to a 53-win team. He tried to go to Portland first. He ran to a 53-win team.
He ran.
Okay.
He got traded.
He traded.
He demanded his way out.
No,
everyone does that. What's your point? Everyone does that.
Found out he was
traded. I'm just stating some factual things. So now, if he's the second best player in the world in 1992, we must admit that winning doesn't matter because he didn't make the playoffs. And it's
he was the second best player in '93.
So what was he in '92?
'92, he was in Philly when he went to the Phoenix Suns when he won the MVP. He was the second best player in basketball. Yes,
right. He won the MVP.
Best player in basketball at the time.
He won the MVP. He won the MVP, and then he left. So now he played.
He didn't.
No, he won the MVP.
He went to Houston in '96. He went to Houston in '96.
Go ahead. He won the MVP in Phoenix.
He won the MVP in '93. They went to the championship and lost. If going to the championship and losing is an accomplishment now, we need to have some more talk.
See, here's where the problem is. Here's where the problem is.
It is an accomplishment.
May I finish? He done that. He ran to a team that was already good, 53 wins. Okay, that type of player, boom, you get to the championship, you lose. You go back, Houston wins in 94, 95. You join Houston in 96, and they never.
That nigga was old then, bro. When he went to
he went to go ring chase. He went to go make a super team.
What does old have to do with anything? Because now you
it's got a lot to do with it,
right? Because people now who are old are still getting criticized for things that they don't do. So now we're going to reward Charles Barkley for being undisciplined and not taking care of himself.
What do you mean?
Being in the shape he was supposed to be in. He was garbage.
No, but he was garbage.
What? In 96, he was garbage.
No, he wasn't. He still averaged a double-double. He averaged 17 points and 12 rebounds. What is that garbage now? 17 points and 12 is garbage?
Andre Drummond numbers. No. We know.
No, last year in the league, 17 and 12 is garbage. Come on, y'all. Come on.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Are you in love with the numbers LeBron is putting up this year, young Chris? Because those are not.
Hey, last time I checked, LeBron won 41. Why now? LeBron is 41 years old. Name me 41 years old in NBA basketball history. He's playing the same level as LeBron James.
LeBron is garbage right now. He's garbage.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Donald. No, he's not. No, he's
LeBron
not.
is garbage now. But
No,
if
he's
you look
not.
at LeBron right now, he's like he's broke down and he's not as good. He's like a prime Magic Johnson right now. That's his ability right now.
He
Bro,
what?
Exactly. And
That's
guess
his
what?
ability right
And
now.
guess what? These
That's
numbers
his
LeBron
ability
putting up right
Magic
now.
can't
Hey,
shoot, guard,
these numbers
the
way
same
better
things
than what
Bron can't
Magic
do.
was
He
putting
can't
up.
do.
Well, first off, LeBron is only in his 17th season because he hasn't played more than 50 games
Okay,
in
so
the
now-
last
so now-
5
now-
seasons.
okay.
So y'all can miss me
So if you-
with all
so-
these career
Right.
numbers and because we know that if LeBron played 70 games this year, he'd be averaging about 18 points a game.
So,
I
let me ask you
15,
this.
baby.
So scoring
We all know
43,000
this.
scoring 43,000 in 17 years is mighty impressive, then, huh? But
Hold on.
but it's
Thank
crazy
you.
because
Thank you. Hey,
and
hey,
it's
hold
crazy
on, Mike.
because
Mike Goat been going
you
on
gotta
for
think,
23 years. Mike
Bron
Goat
actually plays more
Jordan
than Mike.
played
So who's the
9,
real
took
low
away
major?
9, took away, didn't play the
Hey
game.
man, this guy has
23
played
years
90
straight.
years.
You don't do this.
He's played 90 years trying to do what somebody else did in 13. That's
Hold
what
on.
y'all
Against
no.
weak competition, also that.
Let
you
me
play
tell you
against
something.
Reggie
Let me
Miller,
tell the
bro,
both
Weak
of you
competition
something.
too.
If you play
Let me
against
tell you
Reggie
something.
Miller, you probably win, bro.
Let me tell you something.
Now Reggie
The
Miller
reason
wasn't good
why-
either.
Right.
The reason
Reggie Miller,
why-
hey,
I don't
Klay
know how he's
Thompson,
an all-time
Klay
great.
Hey,
Thompson.
look.
What does a
He's
Klay
never top
Thompson
10 in the league at
let
no
you
point.
look like?
You want to know why I come on this show so confident and I'm able to talk about 7 strokes and 7 pumps? Because I get more done in that time than niggas that be on the for like 45 minutes. And
They
so
only women,
what
man. They
I'm
gonna get what
telling
they
you is that this is the LeBron and Jordan conversation. Mike did it and got in and out of there and is beloved, and LeBron's still trying to go the distance, and the girls still won't. And the girls
He
still
passed him
won't
up
Mike.
20. He passed him
The
up
girls still
2018.
won't Mike.
He passed him up 2018. He
This
beat
is this.
past
Listen,
Jordan.
Still
I'm
take
not
any
gonna
Mike
give this,
besides
but
LeBron, Tyson,
but-
Jordan, Jackson, any one of them.
But what we not gonna do so is on this show, we're not gonna allow somebody to come in here and put blasphemy on Magic Johnson. Talking about LeBron is now as a prime Magic Johnson. We talking about
Yes.
Y'all know how great
Do
Magic
y'all hold on? First of all, I know y'all play basketball. Do y'all know how important it is for somebody to get the ball to you when you want it in the scoring position? Do y'all know how important it is to have?
LeBron does that.
LeBron
No, whoa. Listen to what I'm saying. Magic Johnson made guys when Byron Scott wasn't playing with the Lakers, he was averaging 21. Go look it up. He averaged 21 points a game with the Lakers. That nigga didn't never come close to that. Michael Cooper, defensive player. James Worthy became the finals MVP. Magic Johnson played 12 seasons. He went to the finals 9 times and won 5 of them. He still got a better resume than LeBron James just off of fucking 12 years. Go ahead.
Okay, let's get this. So with Magic Johnson, the 80s era. So I want you to be honest with me. Who in the world on the Western Conference was even going to rival the Lakers?
The Houston Rockets.
No, because
The Houston Rockets.
there was
Houston Rockets.
there is a big difference between
The Houston.
competition
Olajuwon and Ralph
levels in
Sampson,
the
2 Hall of
Bron
Famers.
era and
Houston
in the
Rockets.
80s. It was top heavy. There were at least 2 to 3 good teams and everyone else was bad. The Chicago Bulls made the playoffs in 1985 if they were under 500. You can't do that today.
It's a million teams that make it ain't 500
What
now.
do you
Do
call?
that today. There's a
There was no
competition.
playing game, my friend. There was no playing game. There were less teams in the NBA. And so to keep the format, it's kind of like the NFL. We've had some under 500 teams get in because of the numerics of the
Football is
situation.
different. Football is
But-
different from basketball. Football
But
is
here's my
The
thing.
Bulls had the
This
best
is what
player,
you're
and I
not
will
taking
agree
into
that.
consideration. The Lakers' record before Magic got there was what?
pretty bad.
They were
And
solid.
the
They were
year-
okay because they had Kareem when he got there.
But when he got there, the reason why he got there is because the Lakers were actually not playing well. They weren't a good basketball team.
Yeah.
And he gets there, year 1, wins the championship. And what happened in the game 7?
Bingo.
He did the tip off.
Hold
He didn't
on,
play
hold on,
center.
no.
Yes, he
did the
did.
tip off. He
Happened-
did not play center.
Yes, he did.
All he did was the tip off. He did not play center
He
that
scored
game.
42
No,
points,
he did-
15 rebounds.
You know, we can
not
watch.
play
You know,
center.
we can watch the
Because
you
his
know, you
stat
can watch
line
the
was
game,
good
right?
does not mean he play. Luka does that and he plays point guard. So we're not gonna do that. So
So
he
but
did
what we
the
are
tip
going
off
to
and
do,
did not play center.
but what we aren't going to do
is allow you to tell us that we didn't see what we saw.
Go watch the game. Go watch the game.
Happen,
go watch
and
the game.
you don't get to come along with AI and then try to whitewash what happened.
These are just these mythic.
That ain't gonna happen. We're gonna hold it.
Y'all always make about things that happen in the 80s and 90s and try to propel them. When these things weren't really all that, y'all just put them up on the
Let me ask you this, Chris. If you guard the center, would that make you play?
He did not guard the center.
No, I'm asking a question. I didn't say him. I said if you guard the center, would that make you play?
I could have been switched on to him.
I didn't ask you that. I said if you guard the center, would that make you play?
Power forward.
Okay. You got Mike Jr. out here. Okay.
All right.
No,
Pretty much.
Okay. So my thing is when a lot of guys don't guard like that your position. So that's not
you,
they do now. Back then they did. Back then you guarded. Who guarded you? They didn't do all. They didn't have a defense.
So you tell me
like now.
You on Magic. They put a 6 on Magic.
I absolutely agree.
So you tell me. No,
what they do is they got one coverage. They come down, they play man to man the whole time, and you move from the other side of the floor. You get to go 1-on-1 against your man the whole time. That's so easy to score on, but that's another topic.
But the thing, and what I will say, because everybody talk about Magic couldn't play defense, they did switch, but he only went to play the 2 guard, and they put Byron Scott or Michael Cooper on the point guard. They didn't have a guy that couldn't do. They got guys in the NBA now that don't do shit but play defense. Why y'all talk about the Lakers so goddamn much?
Hey, Jody,
they got one motherfucker that can't do shit on the offensive end. All his job is to do is defend the other guy's best player. Come on, stop that shit, man.
Let me ask you
all that one. There you go, Mike. My bad.
Can I ask you and Soul a question? And you younger guys can chip in if you want to, but there are guys like Penny Hardaway, Tracy McGrady. I think now we got obviously LeBron James and this, that, and the other. So when you so to have a prototype, there has to be an original, right? There's got to be something that is the original, and then everything else is a derivative of that. Okay. Before 1980, and you young guys can chip in, who was 6'9" playing point guard in the NBA?
No, I got somebody. No, Marquez Johnson, the kid that remember he played for the Bucks. He played point guard too.
Can I ask what's the point of the question?
I haven't gotten to the question. I just wanted to make sure that we were all set, that we were all on the facts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So if Magic Johnson is the prototype that all of this has been spawned off of, how is it that the remixes are better than the original when they are nothing but spawns of his production? He is the reason why they are allowed to do the things that they were allowed to do, because he showed that it could be done.
Because that's called life's progression. Once you see the prototype of something, you know you can take that and you got the advantage of being better. That's why players are getting better and better and better and better and better.
So Donald, and CJ, you telling me all these great players, they all say they play in the NBA. They all say Magic Johnson is the best point guard ever. They all look up to him. So they're making this shit up. They played in the league.
What does that mean?
It means a lot.
Listen,
their opinion ain't my opinion. I got my own personal opinion. They can think what they think.
And I know too, and listen, just because you played in the league, I know guys personally who played in the league who don't know anything about basketball.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
So we're saying
that's true.
So,
I personally know people who play in the league and don't know anything about basketball.
Why do we only do this about basketball? We only
because
it's all of us
and we don't like us. That's what it is.
Well, because I
think it's just a generation gap, honestly.
But it shouldn't be
no sport, just basketball. Why
I know it's just the way the game has changed so much since then, to where it's two different types of basketballs. Literally, the way the game is now.
Great players can play in any era.
That's not true. That's not true.
Very true.
Larry Bird is not. No,
great. I do believe that. Now I do believe that it's players that was great then that are not better than a lot of the players now. Like I can say some stuff. Y'all don't sound crazy.
I don't know why y'all think some of these players today are so fucking great.
Because
Karl Malone would be
really
the
good
NBA
players.
Karl Malone would not be that good today.
Like prime example.
Karl
Kobe
Malone would be
Bryant is
LaMarcus
better at
Aldridge.
basketball than Michael Jordan. He's better than him. He's flat out.
So here's the thing. So
You take the
here's what's gonna
prototype and you
happen.
can make it better. He's better at
Here's
basketball.
what's going to have to happen. This is what will happen. We're going to keep eating our vitamins and working out. And in 2045, we're going to be on this show. Now, we're going to be old as fuck. But then, but these motherfuckers is going to be old. And then the Martians is going to be here playing and shit. And then they gonna be swearing that KD is better than a motherfucker that's 8 feet that could do 13 feet. And then I'm gonna say, no, motherfucker, no, Claude.
Let me say something.
You ain't like you wasn't saying that. No. In 2025.
I was just arguing with my dude, and I told him our greats are going to have the shortest time of being the greatest. Because right now, already the stuff that Cooper Flags and Wimby and stuff are doing, they're going to blow our guys out the water. So what I'm saying is they're going to have the shortest amount of time of being the greatest because you get to elevate, life progresses, things, you got the ability to get better as time go along. It's an advantage about coming after somebody.
Okay,
basketball players right now are progressing at such a fast rate compared with back in the 90s.
The stuff that Cooper Flag
all they do is shoot 3-pointers.
The stuff that Cooper Flag can do and is doing right now, LeBron wasn't doing this.
They're shooting 3-pointers. That's all they do that's different.
Do you see how the game is played? How much set offense was during the 90s?
Hold on. Hey, let me ask you this. Young Chris.
Young
Chris, can I ask you this? So the game is involved and they shoot 3-pointers. Y'all are really good at shooting 3-pointers. Could you explain, have you ever posted up another basketball player? Do you know how to play with your back to the bucket? Has anybody ever entered the ball to you in the post and you had something to go to get your shit off?
I don't play post, but I have played with people that do.
You've heard of it.
And that's what I'm talking about. Back in y'all don't give credit to
point guard
the skill
back to the
set.
basket.
Y'all don't give credit to the skill set of the game where y'all might shoot from further out, but there were great shooters all the time. And the one thing that y'all cannot do, y'all's best centers in the NBA right now, y'all got motherfucking LA playing center that was gonna make all the difference in the world, and that motherfucker would have been a role player. Hey, Donald, he'd have been behind Kevin Willis because he ain't got enough bricks in his pocket.
DeAndre Ayton is so. We're not even
gonna.
No, he's one of your best centers in the league right now.
Huh?
He's one of your best centers in the league
right
right
now.
now.
You just say anything. First of all,
he's probably top 5.
First of all,
no, he's not.
When you turn your back to the basket, you cut off a whole half of the floor, so now your offense shrinks. First and foremost, you can get double more with your back turn because you can't see the other half of the floor.
Does LeBron play with his back to the bucket now?
It don't matter. I'm about to spin and dunk the goddamn ball. I don't need nobody else.
You limit your offense. You limit your offense when you turn your back to the rim in the basket.
Tell Shaq that.
That's just flat out.
Tell Shaq that.
Huh?
We ain't talking about Shaq. We're talking about point guard.
But you still limit your offense.
Mike, what Shaq you ran down Miller Paint like that? Who gonna stop that goddamn freight train?
Hey, let me tell you
no.
something.
Let's get back on the topic of him saying DeAndre ain't top 5. No, he's not top 5. Embiid's better. Jokic is better. Mobley's better. Jared Allen's better.
Hold on,
Pat's better. Come on.
Hey, Chris, don't you got to play to be better? Don't you got to?
Oh, not there, Aaron. Oh no.
I mean, yes, you always do have to be. That's true.
That's all I'm asking. I'm not. Look, I'm just listening. I'm taking all this information in. But that's my only thing. I'm not saying, and I'm gonna go ahead and say, because we got some other stuff we want to go over on the NBA. I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying that y'all athletically, y'all are outstanding. The only problem I got with y'all being so fucking athletic, why the dunk contest so shitty? That's all.
It's because we always see all the dunks that human could possibly do.
Hey, Jody.
All the dunks that human could possibly do.
What are the top dunk contests of all time?
If they're so athletic, this is what I've been struggling with, and I would love for them to be able to tell me this. They've got the creatine shakes, they got hyperbaric chambers, they got fitness gurus. They got the best medical staff. They got everything that motherfuckers that was flying commercial or taking buses wearing Converse didn't have. What in the physical evolution, Donald and Chris, has happened to where y'all motherfuckers are out over toenails that are ingrown?
Have you ever been in the hood? Have you ever been in the hood?
Yeah.
The local crackhead can do things that you will never see. They took away cocaine.
Donald,
and you wonder why? You wonder why? And you wonder why all them guys. And you watch the NBA game from the 80s. You watch the NBA game from the 80s. Everybody bald head at 21. You don't think they was taking nothing.
And also, dudes in the 80s are playing 10 years at max. Most of those stars didn't play 18, 19, 20 really good years of basketball.
They didn't have nutrition that the players have.
Yeah,
today.
And not only that, there was a thing called
Harden. These guys are year 17, 18.
There was
over 25 points a game.
There was a thing called physicality. There's a thing called physicality that once you eliminate that from the game, the motherfuckers can play to 80, especially when you can play 20 games off
was
the
not
year.
that physical. Only in the paint. Everything outside, no.
The game was played in the paint back in the day.
I'm glad y'all said it because we got a couple I want to go to. I was watching I was doing some highlights on the Lakers. Do y'all know that AC Green didn't miss a game from 1987 to 2001? He did not miss a fucking game.
He wasn't doing nothing else.
I'm just saying he didn't miss a game. That's all I'm saying. I bet it ain't nobody in the NBA. Maybe Mikal Bridges. Maybe
the only one. That's the only one.
Hey, Jody, you want to know how many games Jordan played at 40?
82.
There you go.
So what?
And he wasn't putting the numbers as bond.
Making back? No, he didn't. No matter what.
He was still in the MVP. He was still in the MVP race. He
was Jordan.
Hey, that was a no. Come on.
Do you honestly
really
think he was the 8th best player in the league that year?
No, but he played for the Wizards.
He shouldn't have been on MVP race. So Jordan gave it to him because he's Michael Jordan.
I remember what he did do. They be talking about stat pattern, right? The last game. They was down like 20 points. He went in. They gave him a free throw so he could still average 20.
That's crazy work. Hey, but we got our segment of pretenders or contenders. And the first one I'm gonna go to is Solo on Sports. We got the San Antonio Spurs, 41-16, huge road victory last night against the Detroit Pistons. Are they legitimate title contenders or pretenders?
They're definitely legit. They've proved throughout the season they beat the best teams in the league soundly. And they're just barely winning these teams. They're beating these teams when they're at full strength. So can they do it in the playoffs is going to be the problem. I definitely say that they are contenders, 100%. Okay.
Donald, what do you think? Pretenders or contenders?
Close to contenders. I'm gonna just say pretenders because I think it's two teams that'll beat them in the playoffs. They're in the Western Conference. But not saying they're not good. I just think they're probably a year away or so. But I'm gonna say pretender for now. But talent-wise, I think they could be a contender. But I'm gonna say pretender for now.
Okay, Mike, what do you think?
Which team I didn't hear what team you said.
San Antonio.
Spurs.
Oh, I think the Spurs are definitely a contender. I mean, they've been beating up on the Thunder all year long, and if you can beat them up all regular season, there's no reason on earth because the matchups ain't going to change, and Wemby's still going to be Wemby.
Okay. What do you think, young Chris?
With the Spurs, I do think they are contenders. They're just right there with the Thunder, and in the future, longevity-wise, the Spurs will be a good team for another 10 years. It seems like as long as they have Wemby and that same core forward, yes, they will be a really good team. But as of right now, they are contenders. But I do not think they'll ever get over the hump of the Thunder. I really don't. I don't think that. I think in the playoffs, the Thunder turn to a whole different beast. And I get the Spurs been being on Thunder in the regular season, but in the postseason, that's when everything changes. Even when the Spurs get playoff experience, I still think the Thunder will be winning most of the time. Now, there might be years that the Spurs get them, but I do think that the Thunder will be winning most of those playoff series that they do match up in the future.
I'm going to go ahead and say it here on Against the Grain Sports. I don't give a fuck what y'all call me. The Spurs going to win they're going to win the NBA championship.
This year?
God, no. Never that, no.
Okay. Yeah, I don't be wrong too often. I'm not wrong too often.
You can be wrong this time. The Spurs are not.
You was wrong about Ohio State beating Miami. I got to
To be honest, I never even really picked them. I never even picked that game. I looked at it because remember I was talking about their defense. I got it on if you ever do study on Against the Grain Sports, you probably see that the tape is on there because me and Soul was talking about it.
I tell you what, boy, y'all talking
I got receipts. You don't. Show me a receipt.
John Lewis reincarnate. You the best politician I know.
I show receipts. Me and Soul is on there because what was I saying? I said the Miami defense looked like they got 15 people on the field. I got this tape. Did
you pick Miami to win?
Views.
Did you pick Miami to win?
I didn't pick anybody.
I know we picked this game.
I know, but we didn't. I didn't pick nobody when you were on the show. Remember, I said I'm gonna wait, and you wasn't on the show we had, and I ended up not picking nobody. Mike, because I'm waiting on Donald. The Nuggets are the Nuggets legitimate championship contenders?
Sure, they've won a championship, and they're getting healthy, and they know how to win in the playoffs. So they definitely a contender. They may not be the favorite, but they're a contender.
Okay. What do you think, young Chris?
I think the Nuggets are a contender as long as they have Nikola Jokic on their team, a top 5 center of all time, in my personal opinion already. I do think as long as they have him, Evan Gordon, Jamal Murray's doing this thing also. They did kind of lose the Michael Porter trade, in my personal opinion, but Cam Johnson, he finished just fine on this team. So I do think they have a good oil machine going on over there in Denver. So I do think the Nuggets are contenders 100%.
Okay, Donald, I miss you. Nuggets, are they a contender or pretender?
Nuggets are actually, I think they're a contender. Nuggets actually my pick to go to the finals out of the West. If they can get anything out of this Cam Johnson guy, I don't know where he came from. He needs to go back because he came to play some meaningful basketball, and he looks like crap. But
and that's why Jaylen Brown is the MVP.
But that's another story. But I'm gonna say the Nuggets are contender.
In fact, Donald, has there ever been a guy from Duke win Finals MVP?
No, but has it ever been a Carolina fan?
Carry on.
This how much of a hater a Carolina
fan. Give it 3 or 4 years. We'll help you out with that. Give it about 3 or 4 years.
That's why. So.
But how many years has the NBA been in existence?
Hold on. 78. Go ahead, Dom.
It was just a guy on this show. I don't know who he was. I don't know. Y'all can look. I don't know. It was a guy that told me that a Duke guy should have been the Finals MVP just because he hated the other guy that much. So it's just here we go. Just a toss up.
Hey man, I'm just saying that toss up, bloss up. There's never been a Finals MVP in the NBA from Duke University. Can we continue?
Okay. So, Soul Sports, Nuggets, contender or pretender?
If they're healthy, they're definitely a contender. They got the championship pedigree. We all know Joker, when healthy, is the best player in the league. So, yeah, they're definitely contenders.
Y'all ain't going to like this. I think they're a pretender. And you know why? Because outside of the year they won the championship, the Joker runs out of fucking gas. Am I saying he runs out of fucking gas? Did he run out of gas last year? Yes, the fuck he did. Did he run out of gas the year before that? Outside of the actual championship year they had, the Joker runs out of gas because you can't keep doing what you're doing in that type of shape. Y'all talk about Luka. Y'all talk about Luka being out of shape. The Joker is, and I don't think he looks in the playoffs. Sometimes he looks disinterested. He looks very disinterested in the playoffs. Go outside of the championship run they had. Go look at what the Joker's done in the playoffs. I ain't talking about his numbers. I'm talking about why the hell they can't get out of the second round.
They play a better team.
But that's my point.
Jamal Murray didn't show up in that Thunder series. Jamal Murray didn't show up. Jokic did his thing. Jamal Murray did not show up in that Thunder series.
That's my point. If you play a better team, you probably lose.
And that's my point.
Whoa, that's what we said about Chuck, but that's okay. But Joker.
No. That was the setup that I was because I always say.
I'm just saying.
Because I always say that the team is not the best player. So I just go along with the
even get back there. So
hold on, let me finish. So like I just said, if you take away the year that they won the championship, the Joker has not gotten out of the second round, guys. Go ahead, Mike.
This is something that just came across my mind. We're talking about Joker, and I know we're going to talk about Luka. And athletically, these guys got to be some of the worst athletes I've ever seen play the game of basketball. They almost look like John Kruk playing basketball. And if you know who John Kruk is, then you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so, Jody, again, we're in this era of athletic dominance and supreme athleticism and everything and you got two of the best players can't even jump over a phone book, but they dominate these great athletes that no one's ever seen before because the human genome has increased itself to levels that we've never seen before. But these are their kings. These are their kings.
So this is what I want you to do. Go back to where have you ever seen me say that the best players are athletic? I say the best players have the most skills. I always say that. So athletically, it kind of doesn't, it offsets whatever the games. I always said the games come down to the players with the most skills. They have the most skills.
But all I'm saying is, y'all ain't okay. I want somebody to go against what I just said. The Joker have not been out of the second round except for the year they won the championship.
That's true. That's very true.
Jody, how well do you think the Joker would get his game off against David Robinson?
I think he would. To be honest with you, I think he would struggle because David Robertson is extremely athletic. I think that people like David Robertson was like in a guard's body, and we know that the Joker struggles against Joel Embiid. Go back, Joel Embiid give him work. Am I right or wrong, Donald?
Joel Embiid is like the most probably best center ability wise besides Akeem Olajuwon. I mean,
have you ever seen? Oh no, have you ever seen the ability of David Robertson?
Yeah.
Okay, and you don't think that he's athletically as much as Joel Embiid?
He's athletic. He don't have as near as many skills.
What do you mean by that? Did you see him go coast to coast, take the ball coast to coast? Have you ever seen him beat everybody down the court coast to coast?
I seen Yao Ming do that.
No,
I've seen Yao Ming do that.
I see Joel Embiid on a regular basis spin, turn, reverse pivot, tween, step back jumper. Those are skills.
What I'm saying, Embiid was doing
when
that.
He's shooting over a dude that's 6'8", Draymond Green. He's not going against 7-footers like they went against back in the day.
He has gone against
7-footers in the NBA back then. But humans have gotten shorter, I guess.
Because you got a whole bunch of Rudy Gobert's back in the day.
Hold on. I'm gonna go around the horn real quick. Solo Sports.
Yes, sir.
Is Joel Embiid better than Dave Robertson?
Wow. No. Big Dave is very disrespected. No, he's not better than Big Dave.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Prime David Robinson was a problem. I'm telling y'all on Mr. Robinson neighborhood wasn't no joke.
That nigga scored 71 points in one fucking game. Yo, Chris, Joel Embiid is Joel Embiid better than Dave Robinson?
Are you 100% right, Embiid? Embiid, when he's on the floor, which is
not
That's a
fucking
But when Joel Embiid is on the court, he is a better basketball player than David Robinson. Now, on the defensive side, I'm going to give D-Rob the edge. Not by much, because Embiid is a very capable defender. But on the offensive side, Embiid is a perfect three-level scorer. He has the ISO game and the post game. And, of course, the paint, he has a three-point shot, the midi, shimmy. He has everything on the offensive end.
He's a better scorer than Dave Robinson.
Yes, our best all-around scorer. Yes. Able to handle the ball and shoot the ball from 35 feet out. That makes you
That doesn't make you better because you can shoot further.
And he's able to handle the ball. D-Rob ain't bringing the ball up the court on a consistent basis. He doesn't do that, but every once in a while, when he does it, he's able to start the offense and initiate the offense time in and time out. Simple as that.
Okay. Mike, the people champ, do you think Joel Embiid is better than David Robertson?
Hell no. And first off, and I'm gonna give you my reasons why. I say this all the time. There is no center playing in today's NBA in the last 10 years that is better than any center in the NBA previous to this era. And it's not a knock on them. It's just the fact that back in the day, I don't know why there were 3 7-footers on every single team in the NBA. There were 3 of them. And you used to have to play through physicality and traffic. It wasn't just spread everything and everybody's over here and this, that, and the other. No, you had to finish over top. If you were 7 foot, you were finishing over top of a 7-footer, not a dude that was 6'9" or Draymond Green at 6'6", who also has been a defensive player of the year multiple times in this era. And I just wonder who the hell he could stop in the 80s. But
Alex, them dudes were one-dimensional.
So
don't disrespect his triple single.
So staying on point, it's just that the nature of the You know, we just were a larger league back then, and you had to play against guys your own size, and that was a lot more difficult, which is why those guys had better low post moves. They had a jump hook, right hand and left hand, not just one hand. You have to be able to go with both hands, and that's the skill set. Getting post position is a skill set. Boxing out, rebounding, putbacks, that's a skill set. Mid-range 15-footers, which David Robinson excelled at. One of the things about David Robinson is he could put the ball on the floor, which made him a unique talent for a lot of guys back then. So David Robinson, and you can look at their career averages and numbers and all that shit, and David Robinson's numbers ain't going to be, and David Robinson's clearly a better two-way player. So I'm going to go with David Robinson.
Hold on, I'm about to go to you, Donald. But Mike, and also David Robertson actually is on the court. That's a skill. Anyway, Donald, who's better, Joel Embiid or David Robinson?
Okay, we can talk about health, but the greatest thing that David Robinson ever did in his career was fake. Like was I ain't gonna say fake. Was be hurt so they can get Tim Duncan. His greatest achievement
after he won the MVP.
His greatest achievement.
Talking about after he won the MVP. Okay.
No, his. So what's more important, the championship or the MVP?
He got hurt. What
We're talking about how great he is.
What's more important, the championship or the MVP? He got the championship because he was hurt, and they got Tim Duncan.
They didn't know they was gonna get Tim Duncan. He literally he only played 19 games. He got hurt after game 19. And matter of fact, when he got hurt, we had a winning record when he got hurt. So why the fuck would he do it? Why would he do it on purpose?
And that's the best thing he ever done was get hurt. And they got Tim Duncan. They never won a championship without.
You know David Robinson was an all-time great before Tim Duncan got there.
That's cool. That's cool. Did he ever win a championship?
No, that's down. So, I thought championships don't matter.
Y'all not gonna listen.
He didn't win a championship. You asked a question.
Y'all tell me that the championships matter. And I say the same thing all the time. It doesn't matter. It only matters when you bring up certain guys. And it only matters the best team wins, not the best player.
But David Robinson has a championship.
If you play to win the championship,
He got two championships.
If you play to win the championship, the best thing he done to win the championship was be hurt. Be out the floor. That was the best thing he ever done.
That's not fair. I mean, he was an MVP. He came off an MVP run and got hurt in game 19 or something like that. And I think we were like fucking 11-8 when he got hurt. It wasn't like we were getting our ass whooped.
Right. But you want to know what's funny, Jody? Our guys can't get hurt, but their guys are hurt all the time. They live hurt. They wake up
Look at the way the game's played. Look at the way the game's played. The game now.
Oh my God!
Come on now.
And our guys be chilling.
Y'all were chilling in the corners. Now moving.
This is what I'm gonna say. And I do believe David Robinson is better than Joel Embiid. And there's no slight to Dave. It's no slight to Joel Embiid. I'm not saying he's really good. David Robinson is just that good. But this is what I think everybody's missing the mark when it comes to generations. The reason why big men, Mike made a point. He says 3 7-footers. I remember back in the day, if you were 7 foot, you made it to the NBA. I don't give a fuck what you could do. I don't give a fuck if you had 2 left feet. If you were 7 foot, you was getting to the NBA. This is what I'm saying.
With no talent.
But listen what I'm saying. This is the issue. And this is why I agree with Soul. I think anybody could play in any era. The reason why the guys played the way they play inside out is because that's how the game was played. It's some guys that's nowadays are shooting 3 that should not fucking ever shoot a 3 in their fucking life. But if you shoot 20 of them, you make 3, you got 9 points off of that. It's some guys with some horrible 3-point percentages. Let's keep it always funky.
Yeah.
If you're shooting less than 32% in the NBA, that's a fucking horrible percentage. Stop fucking shooting. Go to the goddamn basket. So we got guys that's out here shooting 3s just because they get a volume of 3s. Why you think guys like Jason Kidd is one of the top 3-point shooters? Because he shot a whole bunch of them motherfuckers. James Harden ain't. So y'all telling me James Harden, if you just go James Harden just a sniper out there? No, he shoots a million.
100%. 100%. James Harden is a knockdown shooter.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Have y'all seen
not do this, okay?
Please look up James Harden's 3-point percentage.
So let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you 2 young guys this. If your life was on the line, would you rather have James Harden or Larry Bird shoot the 3-point shot?
James Harden. I'm gonna take 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 James Harden. 36, Donald. 36.
Who shoot 36?
James Harden, fourth.
That's not good.
Hey, Donald.
This ain't baseball. That's not good.
Donald, who would you have shoot?
Huh?
Who would you have shoot, Donald?
Larry Bird. I believe Larry Bird's the second best player in the 80s.
Who was first?
Jordan.
Yeah.
I was watching Jordan's rookie year. He like a Ferrari next to an Impala.
So you think that Larry Bird is better than Magic?
For sure, 100%.
Hey, come on now, Don. I can't.
Now,
I can't give it to you now.
actually,
Larry Bird, cold dude, man. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna put it like this. I don't. The reason why I don't really like comparing them two because they play two different styles of basketball. But we can't say that Larry Bird didn't have a good team because Larry Bird had some fucking dogs. Both of them had equal amount of talent.
86 Celtics won the best teams ever. 86 Celtics won the best teams ever.
But Magic got 5 championships and Bird got 3.
Well,
And Magic beat Bird
let me ask
for
you
those
this.
championships.
But
How many Birds teammates would you say is a top 5 player of all time?
None.
How
because
many
Magic got Kareem next.
Okay, you got
Kareem and Robert Parrish are two different parallels.
So
Please don't say
too.
Robert Parrish ain't good. I ain't say he a top 10, but please don't say Robert Parrish ain't good.
No.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest player of all time. Accomplishment-wise.
Okay, so you got him, you got Worthy. These motherfuckers had Bill Walton. Bill Walton won the championship by himself. Y'all forgot about Bill Walton. DJ
had 1 year. Bill Warren had 1 good year. Bill Warren had 1 year.
He's a Hall of Famer.
So Bill Warren should be off his college career, not for NBA.
So Bill Walton wasn't 6th man of the year. He wasn't 6th man of the year. No, I'm asking the question: was he 6th man of the year?
Should Jamal Crawford?
I didn't ask you that. I said, was he 6th man of the year?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Kevin McHale. We know how good Kevin McHale is.
It's the 6th man of the year, the NOBO.
That ain't what I'm saying.
6th man of the year.
No, I'm saying you can't say that he's not good. He got hurt. Bill Walton went through injuries and would still be the 6th man of the year. You got Kevin McHale. Kevin McHale, multi-year All-Star. Dennis Johnson, multi-year All-Star. Cornbread Maxwell.
Great defender.
The Boston Celtics had the same amount of talent as the fucking Lakers.
No.
Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar is on the Lakers while Magic Johnson is there. Come on.
Kareem was on the team before Magic was there, and they didn't win.
Because
how many
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was old as shit.
Still balling.
How many times did Magic win without Kareem?
0.
What you mean? He didn't win none, but he did go to a finals without him.
How much weight does that hold?
He don't listen. Not only did he go, James Worthy didn't even play in that fucking final.
He didn't play at all.
How much weight does going and losing hold?
What you mean? It got to matter.
Going to a championship matters.
It matters. It matters.
Not much though. Not much.
That's why I give LeBron James credit for going for 10 years. If that's what y'all get that. I never said that. I never said that LeBron James don't get credit for going.
Going to championships matters. The only time that it doesn't matter is if you're in comparison to somebody who won more than you did. That's when it doesn't matter. But if I've been to the championship 18 times and dude ain't never been to the championship game once, then I was my run was better than his. I mean, Magic, that's just the way it is.
This is what I'm gonna say. Magic, I don't want Soul to be left out. Magic was in the league for 12 years. 12 years. He went to the finals, 9 of them. He won 5 of them, guys. Why are we not? We talk about how great a run that LeBron had, and he did. Why we never say that Magic had a great run? And guess what?
Better supporting cast.
Hold on.
Better supporting cast.
In the 3 years that he didn't make the finals, the nigga was in the Western Conference Finals.
I'm not saying Magic's not great. I just think that Bird's better.
Hold on. So this how good Magic is. That nigga never seen nothing less than the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
That showed how weak the NBA was at the time.
So now it's weak because
it was watered down. The NBA was watered down.
I'm only taking that.
So then, what do you think LeBron's era's been?
Exactly.
Great.
That shows how good he is. If you ever get to the championship with George Hill, Jordan Clarkson, or for 07, Larry Hughes, Eric Snow. Come on.
The East was the worst it ever has been.
No.
The East
No.
was only that
What was
bad
it for?
one time.
What was it for Jordan in the 90s? What was it for Jordan in the 90s?
The East had a team, and their best player was Patrick Ewing, and the other one was Reggie Miller. That's
Come on
crazy.
now. Those levels to this.
That's crazy.
Are we gonna disrespect the great Patrick Ewing? Are we gonna
All the
really
Knicks did was
disrespect
push
the great
around
Patrick Ewing?
everyone.
That's exactly what Donald's
Charles
doing.
Oakley wasn't that good.
So Patrick Ewing wasn't that good.
Charles Oakley was just James Johnson. All he
cool.
does is bully people around. That's all he did. Anthony Mason, all of those guys, right? That's all they did. Come on now.
Hey man, hey young Chris, could you look up Patrick Ewing's career point total?
No, I was watching it.
Yeah.
So
Patrick Ewing was a dog too, man. Come on, man.
He was.
Patrick Ewing was really good.
He was cool. I'm saying he was cool. He not a bad.
I mean, you
I'll
have
take
to
the
say,
lead over
like here's a
Ewing.
question for y'all. This gonna be to say all to be out. This I'm about to find out. I'm about to get in y'all's chest right now.
Okay.
Is Cade Cunningham better than Tracy McGrady?
No.
No.
Now you want to know why they said that? So you want to know why they just said that collectively? Why they just said
Exactly.
that?
I need to hear this.
Why?
Tracy McGrady is one of their childhood heroes,
Oh my
and they are not ready to give up on the fact that Cade Cunningham may actually be better.
I'll take Prime T-Mac over Cade Cunningham right now.
Tracy McGrady has some
Tracy
years.
McGrady could have stayed healthy with a Jack.
T-Mac spent a lot of time on injury reserve. I tell you what.
That was his big quality.
years,
But when he was averaging 32 doing
Do y'all realize that Tracy McGrady had not been out of the first round of the playoffs? Only time he was out of the first round of playoffs when he came to be on the bench player for the Spurs.
Right. Okay.
That's true.
All right.
And we're talking.
That just goes to show. I did that for a reason.
Jody, who was T-Mac's best teammate in Orlando?
In Orlando,
Grant Hill barely played.
Grant Hill got
Grant Hill
hurt.
barely played. Someone who was consistently on the floor.
How many times
he left Orlando? He went to Houston. What are we talking about?
How many times has Cade
Him and
Cunningham
Yao
been
Ming
out the
couldn't
first
stay
round?
healthy. So it's
Yao
always
Ming
been
was
injury
healthy
issues.
enough. Go look how many games Yao
Yao Ming was only in the NBA for like 10 seasons because he didn't play at the time.
Go look up how many games he played.
How many times has Cade Cunningham been out the first round?
He just got in the league.
I just asked the question. How many
He
times
just got in the league, though, bro.
So how can you put him before? I'm saying he hasn't done anything that T-Mac hasn't done.
I mean, I agree with that. I'm not even getting in that conversation.
Yes, he has. I can help you out with this one. What year is Cade Cunningham in the NBA right now?
2021.
No. What year is he? Like what year?
He's like year like five or six.
He's in year 5 or 6. Tracy McGrady was still playing in the backup to Vince Carter in Toronto, if you remember correctly. Cade Cunningham has never been a backup to nobody in Detroit.
No. Tracy McGrady's 5th year, he was in Orlando, averaging 32.
Jody, Yao Ming in 05-06 played 57 games. Next year, 48. Next year, 55. His second to last year, 77. Now get this: the first 3 seasons, he played almost all the games, 82, 82, and 80. But after that, he started getting hurt a lot.
He still played more games than the motherfuckers that ain't hurt and they're doing low management.
Joel Embiid.
He just played more games than motherfuckers playing today.
He should have low managed. His career probably would have been a little smarter.
Exactly.
He had bad feet. It wasn't gonna matter. Yao Ming had bad feet.
He had bad feet, bro.
And big men back then used to have bad feet because that's how Shaq's career really started fucking up because he had that turf toe shit when he started with the Lakers. But great show, fellas, man. I'm glad that y'all brought the energy, man. Good shit. I got one more before we get out of here. Y'all got one more?
Yeah,
I got it.
Michael, the People Champ, the Cleveland Cavaliers, 36-22. Are they a contender or pretender?
Contender.
Okay.
Well, with what the roster moves they've made, they're definitely a contender.
Young Chris.
Give me contender, 100%. I do think that the Cavs are the only team in the East that could somewhat rival the Pistons. I don't think that the Knicks have the roster construction. Besides Brunson, I don't really trust anyone else to really go. Well, at least play good during the non-Brunson minutes. So I don't really trust the Knicks, but I do think the Cavs are the only team to rival the Pistons because I think with adding James Harden in the way he's able to dissect defenses and bring a lot of attention towards him and make a lot of opportunities for his big man. Jared Allen is playing great right now, and D-Mitch is being the amazing shooter he is. A lot of teams can't help off him, so James Harden a lot of the time when Mitch was one pass away, he's getting easy lanes because he's playing 1-on-1 and not to do hedging or try to edge him and give him to pick up the ball. So I do think that they're all contenders right now, and possibly if they get better chemistry throughout the season, they could probably beat the Pistons and go to the championship.
Okay, so the Pistons, who ain't won a playoff series, is a favorite. Okay, Solo Sports, who you got?
Well, Cavs are definitely contenders. I do like the James Harden pickup. I think he makes their offense more dynamic. I think that's what we were missing last year. Everything is not on the spider. So yeah, I like what the moves it makes. The Cavs are definitely contenders.
Don.
I think the Cavs are contender. I ain't gonna lie. That move. I think James Harden is a super upgrade over Darius Garland just because of how Garland scores 1-on-1 pretty good, but James Harden actually passes and gets other people involved better. And then you got Donovan Mitchell, who is a closer. So I actually like Cleveland as a contender.
I appreciate you, Eagles. Philly said good show to us today. He said keep doing your thing, stay safe and stay blessed. Hey, hopefully that it ain't too much snow over there. I know they got another winter storm over there, so I'm praying for everybody on the East Coast. They got hit with another winter storm. We didn't get hit by it, but they did. So
Chris, y'all get hit by it?
Hell no, they didn't get hit by that.
Heat wave, baby. Heat wave.
It's hot down here already. It's hot down here.
I'm gonna go against the grain. The Cavaliers are not a contender. I think the reason being, anytime you got James Harden on your team, I just don't think you can win. I just, it's been a proven fact. I mean, there's no disrespect. I think James Harden is fantastic. I think he's a facilitator. I just don't think they got enough outside shooting on that team. So I got Cleveland. I think Cleveland, because they're not better than what they were last year. And last year, I think they had the best records in the league, right?
Yeah, and they did.
They're a better team than they were last.
But I'm just saying they had the best record in the league last year. So
yeah.
And they went out in the first round to the Indiana Pacers. I just don't. I don't think they may get out of the first round, but I think the Knicks will beat them in a series. I don't know about Detroit. Detroit, I'm still, even though I got the best record, I'm still scratching my head on Detroit just yet because it's hard to not have win any playoff series and all of a sudden, boom, you win the championship. I don't know the last who was the last team that done that didn't win a playoff series but didn't end up winning the championship the next year.
I don't think that's ever happened.
No,
honestly, I can't think of a team that's ever happened, man.
Now get this, making the championship is different because the Mavericks did that after they traded for Kyrie, didn't make the playoffs, and then proceed to go.
No, I'm talking about
winning. I don't think it's ever happened.
Okay.
Yeah, winning. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's why I got that's why I say I don't know who gonna win out the East. I think that if Jason Tatum come back for Boston, they are definitely the fucking favorite in the Eastern Conference.
They said he's low. They said he's low.
I hope he come back and they just play him off the bench. I think if he played off the bench and played about 22 minutes, let Jaylen Brown keep doing his thing, bring Vucevic, put him back in the starting lineup so Jason Tatum can get more opportunities to score and handle the ball. 80% Jason Tatum is better than 25% to 30% of the NBA right now, in my opinion. So I would take, and I think that's what they need the way that Jaylen Brown is playing. But that's what we got for today, fellas, man. Good show. We'll touch on a little bit more of the college basketball because we about to get to the point where teams are on the bubble, guys. We got to talk about these bubble teams. We got to talk about it's a lot of injuries in college basketball as well that's affecting a lot of teams' opportunity to win championships. But let's get our final thought as we get out of here, fellas. And first and foremost, final thought. Give me a second. Michael, the people chat, give me your final thought as we get out of here.
Well, I really, really wanted to talk about the U.S. hockey team, but I'll have to save that for another day because I've been way more moved by this latest confrontation that I've seen brewing. And I think that this T.I. versus 50 Cent needs to happen to settle the hip-hop universe. The hip-hop universe is up in arms. And hip hop is a sport in its truest form. We grew up on the battle. I don't know what y'all do because you can't battle on lean, but we actually have bars being spit and guys going at it. So seeing this throwback kind of thing with T.I. and 50 Cent, my only thing is that 50 Cent, we love power. We love the stuff that you're doing, but I don't want to see no tweets and twats. I want to hear lyrics in response to what T.I. has laid down the gauntlet I don't want no memes and jokes. I want bars. Let's get back to bars.
50 can't go bar for bar with T.I.
No, he can't.
He can't at all.
He gonna murder fucking 50.
He can't go nothing for nothing.
All I know, I'm not succumbing to that because I heard many men. I've heard Wankster. I've heard
Mike. That came out in 2002, my boy.
Hey, my guy. I'm just saying. I know the guy.
Ago, Mike, come on, man. T.I. been doing this shit, man. And
I know the guy has the ability, and I just want him to respond.
Okay.
But now, hold on. Now, I love to, you talking about the ATL and how we get down, but I'm just saying,
I don't give a shit about none of these motherfuckers. They always fucking beef with each other. He always picking on somebody. Young Chris.
Not nobody from another different complexion.
Right.
That's true.
There you go. That's true, Donald. Very true.
He's one. Hey, don't get me started.
Who's he supposed to pick on that's a different complexion? I mean, what do you want to go
ahead? The people that two things. My problem with 50 Cent. It's been multiple people because he's in this film stuff now. It's multiple people in the film industry who said things about 50 Cent. You'll never see nothing said about him. You see, and then another thing too. He Lil Durk said something about him. And no, he said something pertaining to Lil Durk. Lil Durk said, "Leave me alone." 50 Cent inboxed him and said, "Man, I can help you a lot." You know who to go at. My thing is, I just don't like people who pick on certain people.
Yeah. Okay.
Which one that?
Because he could have did an Epstein foul. He could have did the same thing he did to Diddy. He could have did the fucking Epstein.
Come on, man. You having a flat out suck over this girl.
Yeah, that's what it is. Give me a final thought, young Chris.
So it's been reported today that Tariq Cooper, he said he was going to participate in the World Baseball Classic, who, in my opinion, I think he's the best pitcher in the league. And I thought adding him to the team and Paul Skeens was going to give USA the edge over Japan, because I think that the bullpen was going to be way better. But Tariq Cooper was only going to be pitching one game throughout the whole baseball class, and they said that it might only be against Great Britain. We need Tariq Cooper in the championship game. We don't need him against Great Britain or some of these other countries, because the only team or the only country that could really somewhat rival us is Japan, possibly Puerto Rico. I don't see anyone else besides those two, but I do think with Tariq Cooper only pitching one game throughout the whole entire World Baseball Classic going on, that's a big hit for the USA team. Even though they still have Paul Skeens, Logan Webb, and Zach Wheeler, I think he's on the team also. So very big hit for the USA. Sure.
That's good stuff, man. I'm really excited about that, but I do think that it's a Mexican team that can probably rival that they won't. Venezuela and stuff like that, but I don't think they will.
Yeah, I seen that. I think I like the Skeens and Screwball. Y'all, anytime you want to bet that the team don't score in the first inning, Screwball and Skeens are not giving up a run ever in the first inning.
Definitely. You ain't wrong. It's most definitely. Do the lights out.
Solo on Sports, man. Give me a final thought.
Final thought, Jody, the host of this great show of ours, he loves field goal kickers. He's one of his favorite players. Other than tight ends, Jody likes field goal kickers. And Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboys, he's a free agent. He wants $7 million. The Cowboys offered him $7 million a year. He said, "I want 10. A field goal kicker asked for $10 million. Sounds crazy, but if you think about a guy, if your offense can get to the 50-yard line, that's all you got to do is get to the 50. He's nailing 65-yard field goals like layups. I think he's worth it. I think Dallas should give him his $10 million, and Jody's going to complain every time he misses a field goal from time to time. If it's windy, you're going to give him no leeway. But $10 million field goal kicker, Brandon Aubrey deserves it.
Get the fuck out of here, so.
I'm telling you, dog.
How many players in the league, right, on offense make $10 million who don't score? And then how many players on defense? How many players on defense score make more than $10 million and can't stop nobody from scoring? So he's probably worth it.
But he missing. My thing is, you ain't fucking perfect. I ain't paying you that shit.
There's no perfect football player.
Running backs ain't perfect. Running backs ain't no one's.
I tell you this much.
You got one job.
I guarantee you this. Ray would pay him $20 million.
Donald, give your final thoughts. You get out of here.
Final thought. I'm just making my final thought. I thought we was gonna talk about it today. We didn't. We got away with basketball and all that stuff. So I was looking back at boxing, and to me, boxing is the sport where boxing and tennis were like winning That's what it is. You win the most. It's just you. It's not no team. It's not no nothing. So I was looking at the two people who I was going back and forth about being the greatest was Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. So I had reasons for Crawford. Crawford did some stuff, went up in weight classes, fought great. He did a lot. He got a really impressive resume. But I still had to go back to Floyd Mayweather. I looked at the numbers, and I think boxing is about hitting and not getting hit. He has the greatest ratio of all time of hitting and not getting hit. And it's not like he didn't fight anybody. He beat the most champions out of anybody who ever in boxing. So therefore, I would have to, and he never lost. The object of boxing is you never lose. So I would have to go tip my hat to Floyd as the GOAT, Crawford right after. Not saying they're always the best because some guys have losses on their record. So I believe in boxing, if you never lost, that kind of knocks you out of it because it's you and them. It's not like it's a team sport.
But hold on, Donald. There's a guy named Rocky Marciano that's undefeated.
Yeah, that's cool. He didn't beat as many champions as Floyd Mayweather.
Go look him up. He did. He fought everybody he could.
Nobody beat as many champions as Floyd Mayweather.
And plus, he was heavyweight. Rocky Marciano was heavyweight.
There's not more crooked sport than boxing either. Boxing, I love boxing, but it's very crooked.
Oh, for sure. This is true too.
Hey, so who did Rocky Marciano beat in
He beat Joe Louis's ass.
Matter of fact, let's talk about that tomorrow because I got a lot to say about that because it's guys that have losses that are better and they just didn't know when to stop, and the reason being because they were broke. Now I think Money Mayweather, that's why he's back because he's fucking broke. And guys that mismanage their money or they trusted people, and that's why they like Muhammad Ali should have quit long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. My final thought is this, man. I was looking at the NFL draft there at the combine as we speak right now. And a lot of teams like the Jets say, hey, we're going to go with Caleb Downs to be the second pick of the NFL draft. A lot of people are putting him at that. And I think Caleb Downs is a fantastic athlete. But when y'all motherfuckers can't score and you don't have a quarterback, you got to go get one. You got to figure out this quarterback position. And Ty Simpson is going to be available. I think Ty Simpson is just as good as fucking Mendoza, in my opinion. I think he's just as good. I think because it ain't like it's a great quarterback coming out. But if you're the Jets organization, you got to just keep picking quarterback like Soul said until you fucking get one. To go with a safety, because the odds are if you keep picking one of them gonna be fucking good at some point. But going to pick Caleb Downs, I don't think that he's going to be that big of an impact at a safety position when you couldn't score offensively. Your defense really wasn't the issue. You know, y'all couldn't get interceptions. But Caleb Downs didn't get a lot of interceptions at Ohio State either. Go look, he's not a guy that's a volume interceptor. So I think that I like Caleb Downs. I think he is one of the best players in the draft, just not for the Jets. I think the Jets are once again doing Jet shit. And if they pick Caleb Downs with the second pick of the draft, this is one of them situations you should trade out of that pick. But you got to get a fucking quarterback because if Fields is not the guy, evidently, you're not going to give him the opportunity. Come on, Jets. Y'all doing Jet shit, and you're going to get my man Aaron Glenn fired because of this pick. That's my fault.
Kirk Cousins is going to be on the market. And then Cleveland is going to have Shador, and it looks like Watson battling it out. One of them will lose. So there may be other ways to get a quarterback besides the draft in a very weak quarterback draft class. I already done told you I wouldn't pick not one of these guys before the 23rd pick. But
then trade back then, Mike. Then trade back.
Okay. That could be fine, Jody. I'm just saying it's just that there's other ways looking at this quarterback market. There's other ways because if you go by that logic, you're going to have a guy like Carson Beck in the second round.
But you got to do something. Go ahead, Don.
I personally think if that you at the Jets, you're bad everywhere. So you pick the best. Well, if it's not that, but you pick. I wouldn't be against picking Downs, and you just give next season. You know, okay, if I get Ty Simpson, what's the odds of me being good, or whatever quarterback in that sixth spot. I think you look at next year's draft. I think there's potentially some better quarterbacks coming out next year. I think you just draft whatever player you like. and just be like, we're gonna be garbage again. And then you get a quarterback that you like more so. If that's who they like, you never know with the Jets. But if I like, say it's Arch or Chamberlain or whatever the case, if I like that, I'll just take somebody I can pick up and just for this year or whatever, maybe even play Fields out. And if that's who you like on defense, you can take Fields and then just know we're gonna be garbage and take your quarterback next year. Because if you pick one of these guys this year, you're not gonna probably pick another one next year, and you might miss a good class. You might be back and having to draft at another bad class the year or two after. So I just feel like,
Does Todd Simpson look like Zach Wilson all over the again?
Shit, Cleveland's talking about drafting another quarterback this year. So who knows?
No.
I have a question for y'all. So, who do y'all think was the last generational quarterback coming out of college? He might have panned out in the polls, but who's the last generational quarterback?
Andrew Luck.
I agree.
Not Bryce Young, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow wasn't generational.
I think
maybe Sunshine.
Yeah,
I think Joe Burrow, and I think
Andrew Luck is definitely up there.
And if you're going back to Andrew Luck, then I'm definitely gonna have to say for the Chiefs. I mean,
talking about Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes wasn't the first generation coming out of college though. Coming out of college.
Because Patrick Mahomes wasn't taken first doesn't mean he wasn't. His talent was
but then if you consider generational, you're going to go high. You're going to go higher than 10.
No. I can give you a bunch of folks that people know. The quarterback draft is the worst of all time on success ratio because teams pick like the NBA, but it's the NFL because that's how you get Ryan Leaf taken and Todd Marinovich and
Tom Marinovich was like a third rounder or something like that.
The boy from Texas,
Tim Couch,
Johnny Manziel, Tim Couch. Cleveland picked most of them. So I mean,
Achilles Smith.
I mean, you could go on and on.
I think that the quarterback is important. I just think you should build your team a lot with it. And then back when Mike said, we was talking about the bad quarterback class this year. Do y'all think like last season was like the worst quarterback season across the board for quarterbacks that y'all seen?
No, the one with Kenny Pickett and Malik Willis.
No, not the draft class. I'm talking about for quarterback play.
Oh, I've been saying quarterback play been bad for years.
I mean, okay, so
do y'all? And this is messed up because I'm one of us, right? But I just feel like the more and more of us get to playing quarterback, the worse the quarterback play across the board goes down.
Wow. Go ahead, Chris.
So I have a question for y'all. So, like, what do y'all think is the reason why quarterbacks aren't playing? So, is it because the defense coverages and the schemes have completely changed from just playing on 4-3 or 3-4? I think that has something to do with it. And dudes just being in the concept, just the whole concept, how you could split a whole defense and one side play this side and one side play a different way. You have man, have zone. So it's just different now, honestly.
I'm gonna tell you why the quarterback class is bad, and I'm gonna let Soul get on here next. The lack of running the football and play action pass has went down the fucking drain. If you look at the quarterbacks that had great success, the Troy Aikmans of the world, the Joe Montanas of the world, those guys had an amazing running game, and the play action was so significant that the defense had to respect it. Now you line up in a fucking shotgun. You know you're going to fucking pass the goddamn ball. It's easy to defend what you know is coming. Pause. But my thing is the lack of running game and not letting the running game be the focus have hurt the passing game. And that's why quarterbacks that probably wasn't even really that good just had a good running game, and they had open windows because guys had to respect the running game with the play action. And I think that's what happened with quarterbacks. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, lack of running game is a big part of it, Jody, but I also agree with what Donald was saying. I think instead of building teams, we're trying to build quarterbacks. That's why a lot of times these quarterbacks don't pan out in the NFL because, we got you the first round pick. You're going to be our star, but you're getting nothing to throw the ball with, no offensive line, no running back. Well, he sucks. Well, he has nothing to play with. So I think we need to get back to that, building more of a team than just trying to build a quarterback. You get a quarterback, you got to have someone around him too also.
Go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, when you brought up Joe Montana and Troy Aikman, let's not forget Troy Aikman was just a game manager. He wasn't that good. Troy Aikman was He looked really good in that
hey,
system.
man,
I
you
do
about
think
to fight this
Troy
dog.
Aikman will be doing well. And let's say he's with the Dolphins when Dan Marino was there. Troy Aikman was not doing that.
Hey, you're gonna
Best
stop
O-line
that.
in the whole entire league. Emmitt Smith wasn't getting touched those 7 yards down the field. So
Can I ask you a question? With
yes.
that blasphemy, I'm gonna ask you this question. When Dallas won their first Super Bowl, who was the Super Bowl MVP?
Congratulations.
Okay, so now if I can answer this question, now that it's gone around, I think football is cyclical. People just don't seem to grasp this concept. When the defenses catch up with the offenses do something different, and that's what you see a lot of happening right now. In addition to quarterbacks are used in the running game more than they ever have been in the last 5 years. And that is another reason why you are seeing quarterback play go down because one, they're injured more. Two, they're running that like you got guys that are good athletes that play quarterback but aren't great passers of the football. And I'm not talking about their ability to throw the ball. I'm talking about the ability to read defense, check down, take the back out of the backfield, audible out of this play, get the line protection set up right. People don't even realize that half of the sacks that happen in the league is because quarterback didn't set the protection to the right side. But that's a whole lot of other levels.
But that's the whole point. You can't if you got a good running game and the running back. Remember back in the day, and I know this is different. See, football, we talk about football a little bit different. We talk about basketball. Back in the day, in the 70s and the 80s, you took a running back with the first pick. You took a Earl Campbell. You took a Walter Payton. You took those guys. You took the Joe Morrises of the world. You took those running backs, and you took the Emmitt Smiths in the first round. Now you barely, if you do get one, maybe two running backs selected in the first round, and that's it. And I think that's where the to me the lack of running game and the lack of offense, because that makes your offensive line better. It makes the linebackers get sucked up. I've seen more linebackers get interceptions in this area than I've ever seen.
But Jody, here's the thing: where was Tom Brady looking to run to?
Nowhere.
Where was Peyton Manning looking to run to?
Nowhere.
Where was Eli Manning looking to run to?
Nowhere.
Yeah, because they couldn't run.
Are you picking up on a theme?
But the thing about it, they running backs, but all three of those guys you named was three of the best play action guys in NFL history.
But they didn't, like Tom Brady didn't have a consensus Hall of Fame running back that he played with.
Who didn't? Who didn't?
Tom Brady didn't have no consistent Hall of Fame running back.
He did have Corey Dillon when they won a championship.
That's one championship.
Y'all say, please, if y'all say Corey Dillon ain't good, I'm gonna flip.
No,
he's
that's
good,
not
but
what I'm saying.
he's good, but
He didn't play
Mike
with
said Hall
Corey
of Fame.
Dillon. He didn't play with Corey Dillon for the majority of his career. He didn't even play with Corey Dillon for but a third at best of his career.
Okay, and he had Antoine Smith. Every time he played, he had a running back that went over 1,000.
If you hand the ball off enough to one running back that they don't do now, they got multiple running backs, so you're going to get the rushing yards. But I do agree that the running back position has diminished. But the quarterback running the football in college and pros has impacted pure passing.
That's going to be a conversation for another day because I'm hungry. So, hey, we'll definitely talk about that. We talk about boxing. I'm your host, Jody Coleman of Against the Grain Sports Podcast and Uncut, man. We're here with my nephew, Donald, the voice of the youth. We got Michael, the People's Champ Perry in the building. We got young Chris Glenn in the building all the way from San Antonio, Texas, alongside his father, Jarrell, Soul on Sports, Glenn, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. We got Ray Morning, just above Lindsay in his absence. Andrew mic'd up is at the game, the Duke and Notre Dame game. He showed the pictures and everything. We got Lester Johnson in the building, and we can't do none of this without Jay Kane, the chef, cooking it up in the kitchen. And Jason, the hefty lefty. I think they had a playoff game. I had to see if they won it there or not because I didn't get a chance to get up there. Did they win, Donald? You know they won it?
I don't know. I know they played. They did play tonight, though. But I don't know.
I got it. He probably did because they had a good record, so they probably got a cupcake in the first round. But nevertheless, I'll find out. Hey, Soul, man, what we doing till tomorrow, man?
We're working, baby.
See y'all.
Duke sucks.